What is going on, everyone? As you can see, I am at work, but I forgot to say, please make sure to tell your brothers, sisters, aunties, cousins, neighbors. She possibly got a mom. They got a sister, they got a brother. Tell them to subscribe.
If you like, comment, subscribe. Tell your grandma, your auntie, your cousin, your sister, brother. If your cousin got a sister, they got an auntie, cousin, and if they possibly got a nephew, you know what I'm saying? Tell them to subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
All right, what is going on, everyone? We are back with another video. We have Mr. Geoffrey Bramblett.
What do you mean?
There it is.
It happens.
Geoffrey Bramblett. There we go.
There we
I
go.
got the name on that time. A little nervous.
A few moments later.
I guess my first question for you is, what was the MLB draft experience like?
Gosh, it's been almost 6 years now, so it was a long time ago. But it was pretty intense. Going from a place like Alabama, pitching there for a couple of years, and kind of having the expectations of getting drafted was a big deal, and something that I had always wanted to do for such a long time. And the expectations were high. I had a really good junior year, and was hoping to get drafted pretty high, and had a lot of things go on. But looking back at my experience, man, it was fun. It was exciting. It was stressful, that's for sure. But overall, man, I had a really, really good experience with it. The Royals were great to me. They communicated really well and went out of their way to do a ton of stuff for me. So I couldn't be happier with my whole process.
Okay. And then that leads me into my next question. What was your time with the Royals like?
It was good. It was shorter than I would have liked, obviously, but that's part of baseball. It's part of life. Things just don't work out sometimes. But I had a really good time. I learned a lot, created a lot of relationships. That's one thing that a lot of people don't understand about baseball, is that you come across so many guys from so many different backgrounds, and whether they're players or coaches or athletic trainers or anyone like that, you get to meet, you get to pick their brain and create these relationships that last beyond baseball, which is something I'm really thankful for. So overall, again, with them, it was really, really good.
Okay. And then what was your favorite spring training memory?
Favorite spring training
Everyone's
memory?
got a good one.
Goodness. I mean, I had a couple on field, good outings or whatever, but none of those really stand out.
Out the cap.
Now, honestly, I'd have to say, I hate to be cliche going back to relationships here, but honestly, going to maybe chapel with some guys and just picking their brains, getting to know other people and learning their backgrounds. And I have some relationships from spring training in 2017 and 2018, both that guys that I'm still really close with, that I talk to probably on a weekly basis. And so not an on the field moment, I'd say, is my biggest memory or best memory. I'd honestly say it's the relationships that I took from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how did you end up playing for the Gateway Grizzlies?
So in 2018, I went to spring training, right, with Kansas City, and I actually had a really good spring training. Things just didn't work out, and I got released. So I kind of had some decisions to make about what I was going to do in the future. So I took the time to go back to school, finish my degree at Alabama, which was incredible. That was an awesome experience. But then in the fall of 2018, I had some buddies and some family and a bunch of people that were like, "Hey, you need to go give it another try. You need to go play. You need to see what happens." And so one of my buddies from Alabama who played at Alabama, then was a manager, his dad was really close with the GM with Gateway. So he called him, gave him my number. He reached out, asked me to come and throw a bullpen for him. And kind of the ball started rolling there. So I went through for him. They offered me a contract, and I finished my degree in the spring of 19. And literally that April, turned around right away and left to go to Gateway, and ended up playing there for the season of 2019.
Okay. And then what do you hope to accomplish this season?
Goodness, man. I was in between. I almost didn't go back to play.
What do you mean?
I was actually going to be a graduate assistant at Southern Miss, which is a whole nother story. But recently, over the past couple of weeks, I've had some friends, some family, and kind of bring up some things about playing again. And I realized that I have too much desire and too much passion for the game just to give it up, especially after the year I had in 2019, man. I threw really well, got picked up by Diamondbacks and had a great experience there. And then obviously COVID hit. Terrible timing. I know so many people have struggled with certain things that have come from that. But honestly, I'm just looking to play and have fun. I know that's cliche too. I'm 25. I'll be 26 to start the season this year. And big picture, baseball has given me so much. And if this is the last year I ever play, then I'm going to have fun doing it. Right. So that's kind of the approach I'm taking. That's the goal I have in mind. It's basically the same as 2019. I went and I wanted to have fun and play if it was the last time. And I ended up getting picked up by the Diamondbacks from it. And the whole process was incredible, great experience. And it was a great year, really. And then, like I said, COVID hit. So I'm kind of taking the same approach going back in, just to have fun and compete and do my best and enjoy the opportunity I've been given.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a very healthy mindset. Now, you said that before COVID hit, you were with the Diamondbacks. Then obviously COVID hit. What all went down with that?
So I got picked up in probably around October of 19 by Arizona.
Okay.
Went out to spring training with them in March of 20. And it was great. Again, great relationships, really, really good organization, great people. Was out there for about a week and a half. And that's when COVID just started to kind of blow up, right? And the word was kind of getting around, like, are we going to shut down? Are we going to close things? Do we have to go home? What's going on? And we got the word that they were going to send everybody home. So we all got sent home after about a week and a half of full spring training. And not exactly what I was hoping for or expecting, obviously, because that's I mean, a pandemic is just out of the blue, right? So crazy how it happened, but we all got sent home. And then about 2 months later, I got a phone call, and I don't know if it was because there was that 42 team cut that was going in, or if it was because of COVID or what, but all the variables at play, I ended up getting released in probably end of May.
No. Okay.
By the Diamondbacks. And that was kind of a big turning point for me, because that was like, okay, do I need to stay at home and figure out what I'm going to do in my career, kind of move on to baseball, or do I need to stay in it? And I had plenty of opportunities to do other things outside of baseball. And like I said, the Southern Miss thing was really, really big, but come full circle, I'm excited to be going back to play, dude. It's a better late than never type situation for me. I'm really glad I'm going back.
Yes. Now, I'd like to say to everyone that I actually did randomly luck into meeting you one time at a Schaumburg Boomers game. I was chasing down a foul ball, and I think I tore something in my knee. I hurt my knee pretty badly, and I stumbled down the grass, and then I just saw you there. I was like, oh, yes. I wish I was meeting you under better circumstances.
I know.
And then I hobbled my way back over to say hi and get a picture. And
yeah, I remember. That felt like it was forever ago, dude.
I know it does. I love those days.
No doubt.
And then, what's the craziest thing you've seen happen? What's the craziest thing you've seen from a fan before?
From a fan? Yes. Oh, goodness.
Craziest fan interaction or something that you've seen?
There's some really, really funny ones that come to mind. But goodness, from a fan, I have no idea. You know what? I saw a fan throw a cheeseburger onto the field at the umpire.
Hey, ump.
At the umpire.
I guess, that's not that crazy. That's indie ball, pro ball for you. That stuff happens. So, goodness, there's been guys that have written down their phone numbers and thrown them into the stands to girls. And
oh, what's up, Shotty?
How old was she?
What did you say?
And stuff like that. And that's a pro ball thing too. So stuff like that, man, it happens all the time. And it catches you off guard. It's not one of those things that's planned or that you can be ready for. It's just you have a bunch of different guys with different backgrounds, and you're getting to know one another, and guys just will pop off and act a crazy way, and you have no idea what to do. And those things just happen. That's part of pro ball. It's really fun stuff though.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where do you hope to see yourself in 5 years?
Easy answer. I want to pitch in the big leagues. Yes. That's the cliche answer. That's what everybody's going to say that plays baseball. But in 5 years, honestly, I have no clue, because I've been through so much the last 5 years, and I would not have expected to be where I'm at today. So, I believe God's working in my life in crazy ways that I don't understand. So I'm just going to let him do his thing. And I'm going to live in the moment and do the best that I can where he's got me. And if that puts me in the big leagues in 5 years, then so be it. Let's do it. If not, then I'm gonna put my head down, keep working hard, and doing what I can to just give my best effort wherever I'm at.
Okay.
So,
Awesome. And then what do you think is the one moment that best highlights your career?
best highlights my career. Honestly, growing up as a kid, I moved around a lot, but I was always an Alabama fan. Alabama football, Alabama baseball, even Alabama basketball. And I always wanted to play baseball at Alabama. So when I got that opportunity, I jumped at it. That was the first thing. Everybody wants to pitch in the big leagues, the World Series, all those things. And I wanted those things. But ultimately, my goal was to get a scholarship to play baseball at Alabama. And like I said, when I got it, I jumped at it. So my freshman year, I was kind of the bullpen and the midweek guy. Sophomore year, I pitched on Sunday. And then my junior year, I pitched on Friday. But my sophomore year, we played Ole Miss in a elimination game in the SEC tournament. It was basically a play-in game. And I had done really, really well my freshman, sophomore year. I said really well. I mean, it's solid, good enough to continue to get better and make a name for myself or pitch in Alabama, which is what I wanted to do. But we're playing Ole Miss this elimination game, and I ended up throwing a complete game shutout. And we beat Ole Miss like 6-0 or something like that. And, but again, it was a play-in game. And that was one of the biggest moments of my career at Alabama up to that point. And but it kind of had that culminating moment of or realization of I'm actually pitching at Alabama, doing something really, really cool that I've always wanted to do. And I think it pointed back to the past, how much I wanted to go there, but it also pointed to the future of how good I could actually be in baseball, just because I had done so well there. So I'd say that's probably the best one. So.
It's an amazing story. And then now I asked this to everyone, so don't get offended, but has anyone taken you 450 dead center before?
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
What did you say?
Goodness, man, I've given up home run after home run. I'll tell you a quick story. Shoot, I was playing at Missouri. It may have been my sophomore year, actually. The year that I think I was 8-3 with a 3.4 ERA or something like that. Had a really solid year. But we're on the road at Missouri, and I go 3 up, 3 down, first 3 innings. So 9 up, 9 down. I'm cruising, and I give up a solo shot to start the 4th. Pitchers obviously, hey, solos don't beat you. I'll get the next guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, I ended up giving up back to back. Right? Just was not good. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Maybe it's just one of those things. And then I got a guy out, gave up a single, and left a breaking ball hanging. Gave up another one. So I gave up 3 home runs in 1 inning. At Missouri on the road, we ended up losing the game 5-4. And I gave up. I may have actually come out the next inning and give up another home run. I think I gave up 4 home runs that game. 3 solos and then the 2-run home run. So yeah, I've definitely given up my fair share of home runs. I'm not afraid to admit it. That's just part of pitching.
Yeah, no, that happens.
Yeah.
What? And then my final question, I guess, would be, what's your advice to all the young players out there on how to get better and develop and how to approach the game?
Right. There's so many ways you can look at it and so many things that you could say that I think it gets lost, especially these days with how much kids do at a young age of playing baseball. They're going to pitching coaches, they're going to hitting coaches. They obviously have their team practice. They're playing on 3 or 4 different teams. They're just doing so much that I think they're treating it too much like a job too soon. So to anybody that's 15, 13, 10, 8, 7 years old, whatever it is, the goal should be to have fun and play the game and enjoy what you're doing. Now that doesn't mean don't go out and compete and get after and do those things. No doubt you do those things, but don't get to the point at that age where it's a job. Have fun with it. Do your best. Have fun with your friends, whatever it may be. But ultimately, in the day, God's given us this gift of baseball, and we're to play it. We're to have fun with it. We're to enjoy it. And if we're not doing that, I don't think we're doing it the right way, in my opinion. And that's even for older guys, high school guys, college guys. The goal here is to have fun, compete, get after it, do your best. But so often we treat it like it's a job, and I don't think that it needs to be done that way, at least at that age, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That seems to be a common trend I've seen among ball players. Just have fun, and the rest will come. Okay, yeah, that's definitely how it should be. That's in today's generation with their stats and everything. That's pretty rare to see. We gotta go back down to the basics.
Right. And the thing is even 10-year-olds, they're looking at their batting averages and their home runs and their RBIs or their ERA. And I'm not saying those things are completely wrong or bad, but at the same time, I mean, if you're winning ball games, if you're a team guy, right, if you're having fun, those numbers shouldn't matter. Those numbers will take care of themselves and be there at the right place at the right time. So if we can change the mentality, I guess, of some of those younger kids, and oftentimes it's the parent too. The parent may force it on them. The parent may make them do it. I think it needs to go back to having fun, competing, learning the game, right, the right way, and just playing for the enjoyment of the game. And if the chips fall where you're really good, great. We're going to continue to get better and all those things. But if they don't, we're at least going to have fun while we play baseball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely how it should be. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
No doubt, no doubt. I appreciate you having me.
Oh, no problem. I'd love to, if it's all right with you, continue to document your journey and everything, wherever it may take us.
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
we'll do check-ins in the future.
For sure.
All right, that'd be awesome. Thank you. And
Absolutely.
awesome. Thanks. I'll see everybody. I'll stay on with you for another sec.